Hello there, my name is Rich. The first time seeing my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, so something computer random. And today we talk about Farzar, if I say the name correctly. Now, this new anime series from Netflix belongs to the same creator who created Paradise PD and Huckleberry. And yes, you expect the same thing with those shows, you will get the same thing in this show, but I have to admit, this show was actually improved. It almost feels of the creator who made those shows actually sort of realizing to make a better show, understanding the characters, because you see those shows like Paradise PD or Huckleberry, they're not as well made. It's almost like he had an idea but he didn't know where to go with it or know how to put the chemistry working when they should. The only thing he knew how to make the show is sort of make it sort of shocking, over the top, points that you believe the show actually went, and that's the whole point of both shows. They every time they have that idea, feel they didn't know how to make it work dynamically, but you know how at least to entertain. And Farzar is a type of show kind of fear the idea that what if we make the characters interesting, they make them dynamic, each one of them feels like a true character, it feels something that is honestly a good entertainment, at least good enough. It's something that I have to say, it's one of the shows you expect to hate watching the trailer, also knowing the creator what he does, that you think watch one episode, yeah, drop it. Before I knew it, I basically binge watched the whole series without even getting tired of it, and that is enough to impress me to sort of kind of recommend if you like Paradise PD and Huckleberry. You do like those shows, you actually may like this even better. Even if you hate those shows, I recommend at least watch episode 2. You surprised how good this show is. It's not amazing. No, don't be crazy here. It's good. It's something sort of, wow, this is actually watchable. This I'm saying. That's the thing I can't really wrap my head about, because this actually learned their lesson to write a joke and actually give the punchline. Of course, sometimes I feel the show would be better if it's cut down to 20 minutes, not 30 minutes, because they have a habit to really kind of stretch the episode the longest they actually can, the long how the script really is. Sometimes a good episode just need to be 20 minutes, but that's probably the only minor complaint, because let's face it, if you do not like Paradise PD or Huckleberry, because let's say you don't like it because it's just sort of really over the top raunchy, and maybe it's the thing you don't like because it just focused on that, and this one does, but it sort of calmed down. I describe the whole show is sort of like a 50-year dad with a van with a villain sort of Beastmaster with a guitar. Imagine that as a cartoon character or a cartoon series with the sense of humor of Huckleberry and Paradise PD, but accidentally done super well. It's how to describe it. Well, let me tell the story better. The whole story belongs is basically this king who rules Farzar, that he is the hero, the legend, the one who saved this planet and trying to stop the evil villain taking over, in other words. And you find out that was a lie. He is not the hero, he's the villain, and the villain is the hero, and the son in between realizing his dad is a piece of shit, so he's trying to convince them or stop them to be evil deeds. But the only problem is the son, Michael, he's sort of the main lead of the whole series, that he's trying to be good, he's trying to be amazing. I like it, he's not that sort of trap that I'm a nice guy, but actually I'm a simp. Yeah, luckily he does not fall to that hole. Michael is a very flawed individual. It's a guy who tries to do good things, realizing he's sort of trapped in a horrible place. Beloved Monkey is not the only one. You have other characters are kind of good, trying to figure out who actually what's going on, what to do, what the best action to do. But I love it even more, they're flawed. Even to the heroes are flawed to the villains. Each one of them is just sort of broken, self-centered. But how the best way to describe it is sort of sunny Philadelphia in a way that if that show is every single character are horrible people, they get their comeuppance. Farzar is exactly the same thing. If you're a good person, I mean, an honest good person, you're trying to be corrupted, but you get your comeuppance and you learn your lesson. But the horrible people still be horrible. Even they started to learn a lesson, but at the very end, they drop the idea to just be horrible. That's basically how the show rolls. But it's a really fun, nice kind of show. I mean, it's kind of wholesome. I think kind of. It's not really wholesome. It's just sort of very out there, but at the very end, it actually works. See, that's the thing. It kind of impressed me, especially how Michael is a fully fledged character, that he really tries to convince his father, really tries to help the villain to not be the villain. I mean, the main villain of this whole series, he's good, but he's sort of technically a Roger from American Dad as a evil villain, but he's not. He's a good person. He's very sassy. He's very feminine, but he is the hero, of course. The guy is so bloodthirsty because I had to live outside in the dome, and he really tries to be good, but he's so incompetent. What's more, he is like a Roger character. The only difference is you don't have the voice actor of Roger. You have a different voice actor pretending to be that type of character, but once more, it's hilarious. It's over the top. Of course, it's just sort of nasty because it's a lot of totally humor they throw in your face. But luckily, it's sprinkled all through the show. It's not bombarding you every single moment like Huckleberry or Paradise PD. It's sort of more mature, relaxed. It's sort of understand. Even the most unlikable character is likable, and that's so great. Especially the king. The king, he's a shitty king. He's an awful self-narcissist who buried the queen, who be noticed. The queen is 80 years old. The king is about his 30s and 40s. And yeah, he just made it for the crown, not the queen. But once more, he kisses comeuppance every single time. Yeah, I just enjoy it. It's just sort of nasty, but controllable. Almost like this is negotiable. And that's what's this series so good, because it just feels they sort of realize how to do a very fun adult show. In fact, how to describe it, the whole premise feels like a Saturday morning cartoon for adults with drugs, sex, and puke humor. And really, I just enjoy it. It's surprisingly just so well handled. Not amazing. I have to make this understand. If you didn't like Paradise PD or Huckleberry, you maybe like this series, or at least give it a chance. Of course, if you like this show, you completely fall in love with the show, I have no doubts. But at the same time, I'm kind of wondering how the fans will react to this. That if you're a fan of the original two shows that the creator made, do you actually like this? Because this is sort of kind of tame in a way for the creator point of view. This is kind of tame, so I'm kind of wondering how you felt. Of course, you understand I'm the type of person who really didn't like none of those series, but it took a little while to get warm to it. This one didn't take that long. It took about maybe 2 episodes. Yeah, because at the very beginning I saw the formula, like, yeah, you try me Family Guy or American Dad type of kind of formula. But I think the creator realized that sometimes you do not need to follow the formula, because that's probably the biggest issue of the creator who make this, because he needs to make the formula exactly. Because you see Huckleberry, that they have a bear character who is like the mascot, that he's completely useless, that he never really gave anything in the show. And this show kind of realized we don't need a talking animal. We don't need this character. If we do, we make sure this character is useful, entertaining. And that's the thing. Like, each character is useful for the story or comedy. None of it feels sort of shoved or put there because it's there, because it's that the formula. And that's the thing I am impressed. It feels they learn all the mistakes and improved about it. It's something that just enjoyable, especially our main league, that I just glad he wasn't a simp. Michael, that he is an honest guy. yeah, he is trying to be a good person. Even he's spoiled. He even trying to be good. He messed up. He does himself over and trying once again. Even his relationship, he actually has a girlfriend who does like him, at least to the very end. If you've not seen the series, then you find out the relation was sort of not as well relationship you actually thought, but once more, the show tried to develop each character in the relationship, especially their relationships, because at the very end, each relationship is actually focused and developed as the most natural way, except for Michael and his dad, who is basically a very messed up relationship because his father abuses him, telling him he's useless, and basically baby him, but he trying to convince him he's a good person who could be a good king. To Michael realize, yeah, his dad is full of shit. I can basically take over, but he does. He sort of followed the same trappings as his father. You also find out the royal king and the royal family are nasty. If you've seen the series, you're like, yep, that seems right. Like, but anyway, all that, I really can't say much about this show because it's just entertaining. At the very end, that's what it is. Entertaining. Of course, if you don't like the creative type of humor, it's not for you. If you do, you enjoy it. I still recommend try at least 2 episodes. It might surprise you, but be warned, it does give you totally humor, and if you don't like that, you just sort of fast forward. I mean, that's the reason why they invented the fast forward button. Other than that, I really got nothing else to say. Just one question: do you like it? Do you hate it? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.